All right, so at the end of last video, we hadn't quite tidied things up. But what we're going to do is I'm going to remove those planar things there. We'll notice once I do that, all those issues go away. So once these are in place, we don't really need the planar ones anymore. We could tidy them up so they're actually attached through, but at this rate, we're looking pretty good for that. So if we come back over to our base studio, we've got a couple of things to tidy up. So these ones here are all for our console components. So I'm going to make that our console, or if you type it, spell it correctly, that's probably not a bad thing, but we have our 3 parts ready to go. We could go further with this naming and change those sketches so that they fit in a little bit more, but using these, that helps quite a bit as well. So that's probably about as much as we need to do with this one, unless you want to go through and modify the shape of our thing. So I'm just going to go in and add in some corners just to tidy it up a little bit. But this, oh, not that one. Unselect that. Go to the corner. So it just rounds it out a little bit. Now, you can go through and remodify the shape of it all if you want. I'm just going to put the corners on so it matches in a little bit. But that is ready to go. That can go in the console covered as well. So what we need to do next, though, is we need to have a look at our potentiometer dials and our lever. So to do that, we're going to create a new part studio, and we'll give that a second to create. And then I'm going to call this one my dial. Part studio dial. Okay, so what we're going to be using for this one is going to be revolve and extrude. So the way we need to envision this is we are finding an axis and then making a shape around it. So I'm going to start by creating a sketch on the front view. Okay, N, normal 2, and I'm going to bring in a corner rectangle. I'm just going to start from middle up. Now, the size, we can go back and check this, but I'm going to make that 3 wide, and I'm going to go, let's say, about 15 high. So this part here is going to be the cutout part. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to come for the line, and I'm going to bring this across, bring that up, and then I want an arc for the next one. So we're going to bring that over somewhere around there and bring that up. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to just define this a little bit. Let's go 20 up, that's good. And this arc can be 30. I'm going to make a line across to make sure that they are horizontal. So H, make them flat. And then I can have this go through to the center line. And I'm going to go 35 from there. So that goes through and sets that up. I'm going to put one more line through the middle here to complete that shape. So we should be able to see that that now is filled in. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to rotate through. Okay, so now that we've got that complete shape and we've got the center, what we're going to do now is going to do the revolve. So I select on that, and what shape do I want to pick? So it's going to be not that piece, but that piece. So it highlights that. And the revolve axis in this case is going to be that middle line there. And what we see happen now is it gives me that nice shape across. What I'm going to probably do is that dome makes it trickier to be able to 3D print, but we should be able to print it from the bottom line there. But having a flat edge on that top is probably going to be better in the big picture, so I might go back and change that. So we're going to go into that. I'm going to add a line across somewhere down here and just bring him straight across so it's perpendicular, and just bring him so he is 5 mils up from there. You go tick, and then we can see that's flattened off. So next stage from here is I'm going to create another sketch. Okay, so I'm going to pick the top plane to sketch on so that I can make some adjustments to this. So if I have a look at that, I might do some little cutouts. So I'm going to make a circle over here. I'm going to dimension that so he comes across from here. I'm making this up as we go. You can make it however you would like as well, but I'm just going to make that 25 and maybe 40 just to round out the numbers. So from here, I'm going to make a circular pattern. I'm going to choose that, and I could do 3. I'm going to increase that up. How's it going to look? 4 or 5 is going to be too much. So let's go. I'm just going to go 4 for this one. You could do whatever you choose. But from there, notice how it's sort of not locked in completely. So I'm going to make sure that that ties into the center, and then they're all fixed in. So from here, I'm going to do my extrude again. And what I'm going to do is my remove. But what I want to make sure is it goes through all. Swap the other way, and then it cuts those pieces out. Okay, so there is my dial ready to be able to be 3D printed. So that is looking good. I'm going to add one more, and I'll show you how. The lever is probably a little bit even easier to do because we don't need to worry about the revolve. So I'm going to create one more pass video. And in that one there, this is going to be our lever. So if you're not making something with the lever, that is more than okay. But I've got my lever now, and I'm going to go on the side view this time. Go end to normal 2, a circle. That center circle wants to be 6, and that should fit nicely. I'm going to then bring in another circle. Let's go, that's about 15. And then I'm going to bring in a rectangle through from here. Now, depending on the size that you need, I'm going to go 7, oh, not 7, that long, and we make that a little bit longer. So I'm going to go up to 50. I'm not sure how long that's going to need to be. We'll see that when we insert it in. So I'm going to start there, and I'm just going to then drop in another circle at the end just to give him a stage. M to cut, and I'm going to trim that so it becomes all one piece. That needs to be dimensioned again because we cut the end of it, but we're locked in now. So I'm going to go Shift E to extrude, and I'm going to make that 5 mils deep because the cutout that I did was 6. So now I've got my lever, rename him. I have my dial over here, which is my dial. And obviously you could make multiple ones if you want to, but now I come over to my assembly. I'm going to insert those in like I have with the other pieces. So we'll see in my current document, I have a dial and I have my lever. So they come over here, I'm going to tick, and then what I can do with those, I'm going to move him out of the way. I'm going to make a fasten mate, and the edge of that aligns with the circle of that one. So I want to make sure that I get the middle of him. So now that's in place, and that looks like he's pretty good. Now what I can do, instead of a fasten for that, make him a revolute. Because then what it allows us to do is we can see how that moves through. One. Okay. The next one I'm going to do is I'm going to put this guy, fasten there with the edge of that one. And then those two are in place. So what we probably notice here is that size is probably a little bit large for what we want. So we should be able to reduce that down. Let's go back over to our dial and into that first sketch. And we want to make that a whole lot smaller. So that, let's go down to 15. Let's make that radius down to, let's go 18. And make that height down a little bit as well. So let's go down to 20. So let's see how that looks now when we come back over. Does that give us enough? And those sketches are then too big to be able to do anything. So let's bring those in. Almost. And then that looks a little bit closer to what I need. So I can play with that as we go. And there's my dial. There's my lever. We are ready to go for that next stage. So at this point, we've got everything we need. The next stage from here is going to be, okay, so version 6, this is our dial and lever. Okay, so next video we will have a look at what we need to do to be able to export our things to be able to cut and present. So at this point we've been able to construct everything we need. If you are modifying this for your own, for a controller, this piece here we're probably going to make in a new part because it doesn't need to be a new part studio because it doesn't need to be connected to the base. But good luck for the next stage.